Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the king of trucks, the Ford F-150. This beast is a legend on the road, known for its ruggedness, capability, and let's face it, that undeniable American truck aura. It's no wonder everyone wants one. But before you jump headfirst into a used F-150, there are some crucial things you need to know. We're talking potential issues. Those quirks and flaws that can turn your dream truck into a money pit nightmare. Don't worry, I'm here to arm you with the knowledge you need to make a smart choice. We'll be diving deep into specific F-150 model years that have been known to have some trouble spots. We'll also break down common issues that pop up at different mileage ranges, and of course I'm going to give you my pro tips on how to inspect a used F-150 like a seasoned mechanic. Trust me, this information could save you thousands of dollars and a whole lot of headaches down the road. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get this truck show on the road. Alright, let's get rolling. Alright, let's start with the 2004 to 2008 F-150 equipped with the 5.4-liter V8 engine. Now this engine is known for its power, but it also has a bit of an Achilles heel, spark plugs. Specifically, these trucks can suffer from spark plugs that break off during removal. Imagine this, you're doing routine maintenance, go to swap out the spark plugs and bam, the tip snaps right off, lodging itself in the cylinder head. This means a costly extraction and potential damage to the engine. So if you're looking at an F-150 from these years with the 5.4, be sure to ask the seller if the spark plugs have ever been replaced, and if so, who did the work. You want to make sure it was done by a professional who knew how to handle those tricky plugs. Sticking with the 2004 to 2008 F-150 and that 5.4-liter V8, we've got another potential issue on our hands, cam phasers. These little guys control the timing of the valves in your engine, and when they go bad it's not pretty. We're talking a symphony of unwanted noises coming from your engine, specifically a loud ticking or rattling, especially at startup. On top of that, you might experience reduced power and poor fuel economy. Not exactly what you want from your rugged pickup truck. So when you're checking out one of these F-150s, be sure to listen carefully for any unusual noises coming from the engine bay, particularly when you first start it up. Moving on to the 2009 to 2014 F-150, we're shifting our focus to the 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine. Now, these EcoBoost engines are known for their impressive power and fuel efficiency, thanks in part to their turbochargers. However, those turbochargers can sometimes be a cause for concern, especially in higher mileage trucks. We're talking potential turbocharger failure, which can lead to a noticeable loss of power, strange whistling or whining noises from the engine, and even excessive smoke from the exhaust. So when you're test driving an F-150 with the EcoBoost engine, pay close attention to how the truck accelerates. Let's face it, electrical problems can be the most frustrating and unpredictable issues to diagnose in any vehicle, and unfortunately the 2009 to 2014 F-150 isn't immune to a few electrical gremlins. We're talking about issues with the power windows, door locks, and even the infotainment system. These problems can be caused by anything from faulty wiring to malfunctioning modules. So when you're inspecting an F-150 from these years, be sure to test out every single electrical component. Roll those windows up and down, lock and unlock the doors, fiddle with the radio, and make sure everything is working as it should. Now let's talk about the 2015 to 2020 F-150, specifically those equipped with the 10-speed automatic transmission. While this transmission is designed for smooth, efficient shifting, some owners have reported issues with rough or hesitant shifting. Imagine this, you're cruising down the highway, and suddenly the transmission slams into gear, or it hesitates, leaving you feeling like you're driving a bucking Bronco. Not exactly the refined driving experience you expect from a modern truck. So, when you're test driving one of these F-150s, pay very close attention to how the transmission shifts, especially under acceleration and deceleration. We're sticking with the 2015 to 2020 F-150 for this one, and this time, we're talking about the brakes. Now, brakes are obviously a crucial safety feature on any vehicle, and it's essential to be aware of any potential issues. Some owners of these F-150s have reported problems with the brake master cylinder, which can lead to soft or spongy brake pedals. Imagine pressing down on the brake pedal and feeling like you're pushing through a pillow. Not exactly confidence-inspiring, right? So, during your test drive, be sure to apply the brakes firmly from various speeds to get a feel for how responsive they are. Now, regardless of the model year, any vehicle with a decent amount of electronics can experience some minor hiccups, especially in those early miles. We're talking about things like glitchy sensors, finicky infotainment systems, or maybe a power window that has a mind of its own. These issues can be annoying, but they're usually not deal breakers. However, it's still important to be aware of them and to thoroughly test out all the features during your inspection. Here's the thing about trucks, especially powerful ones like the F150. They're heavy, and all that weight puts extra strain on the brakes. So, even in relatively low-mileage trucks, it's essential to check the condition of the brakes. Listen for any squealing or grinding noises, which can indicate worn brake pads. Also, feel for any vibrations or pulsations in the brake pedal when you apply the brakes. These could be signs of warped rotors, which you'll want to address sooner rather than later. As your F150 racks up the miles, those hard-working suspension components start to show signs of wear and tear. We're talking about things like shocks, struts, ball joints, and bushings. Over time, these parts can wear out, leading to a rougher ride, excessive bouncing, and even strange noises coming from the suspension. So, when you're inspecting an F150 with over 50,000 miles, be sure to take it for a spin over some bumpy roads and pay attention to how the truck handles. Now, here's an issue that can be easy to miss but can lead to costly repairs if left unaddressed: exhaust manifold leaks. The exhaust manifold is responsible for collecting the exhaust gases from the engine cylinders and channeling them into the exhaust system. Over time, the intense heat and pressure can cause the manifold to crack, leading to leaks. These leaks can manifest as ticking or hissing noises, especially when the engine is cold, and you might even notice an exhaust smell inside the cabin. As your F150 approaches the 100,000-mile mark and beyond, those transmissions, especially in older models, might start acting up again. We're talking about slipping gears, rough shifting, and delayed engagement. These issues can be caused by wear and tear on the internal components of the transmission, and they can be expensive to repair. So, if you're considering an F150 with over 100,000 miles, be extra vigilant when testing the transmission. Those EcoBoost engines we talked about earlier? Well, those turbochargers that give them their impressive power don't last forever. As your F150 with the EcoBoost engine approaches the 100,000-mile mark, those turbos might start showing signs of wear. We're talking about reduced boost pressure, decreased power output, and potentially even complete turbo failure. So, if you're in the market for a higher mileage F150 with the EcoBoost engine, be prepared for the possibility of needing to replace the turbos at some point. Alright, let's be real for a moment. Any vehicle, no matter how well built, is going to require some serious TLC once it crosses that 150,000-mile threshold. And the F150 is no exception. We're talking about the potential for major repairs, such as engine rebuilds or replacements, transmission overhauls, and extensive suspension work. These repairs can be costly, but they're often unavoidable with high-mileage vehicles. So, if you're considering an F150 with over 150,000 miles on the clock, be prepared to factor in the cost of potential major repairs down the line. So, there you have it. A comprehensive rundown of some common issues to watch out for when shopping for a used Ford F150. Remember, this iconic truck is known for its capability and durability, but like any vehicle, it has its quirks. By being aware of these potential problem areas and knowing what to look for during your inspection, you can make a more informed decision and hopefully avoid any costly surprises down the road. Follow these tips, and you'll drive off in an F150 that's ready for anything. Thanks for watching. If this helped, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. Share your F150 stories or questions below. Catch you in the next one.